Welcome back to A Day in the Life, Module 5. This time, Festivities and Foreign Dignitary Reception. The morning is already abuzz with noisy activity, my partner's side of the bed empty. Oh my, what time is it? I remember that we scheduled the meeting for early morning due to the temperature preference of our visiting party. Just as I jump out of bed, the door swings open with a smiling face behind a breakfast tray and a long-stemmed almond blossom. And the variety of juices! I had to pinch myself to be certain I wasn't still dreaming. My lovely Lady Ashera, do take your time and just relax. The meeting's been delayed about an hour and a half. I hear Lady Donchal also loves to soak in the bathtub. Min can't seem to coax her out. Jaw lets out a quick chuckle and darts out the door to offer his assistance. Too funny, my new friend Donchal. I suppose we'll have something more exciting to talk about today than amphitheater placement. I decide to take my breakfast tray to the patio, but change my mind almost as suddenly as I'd entertained the thought. What was I even thinking? There's far too much activity going on to be waltzing around in my nightwear with dignitaries up and about. What was I thinking? I'm curiously embarrassed for myself, a feeling that's extremely peculiar to me. Then I laugh it off. After all, everything around me is new. What should I expect? An immediate immersion without bumps and hiccups? Get real, gal. You've got this. Loosen up. Take to the carpet and get your funky victory dance on. Oh yeah, oh yeah. A knock on the door interrupts my burst of meanness, so I straighten my nightgown and hair as I make my way to answer. What a surprise, it's Donchal! Come in, you and your tray, I wave excitedly. Looks like you and I both got off to a late start, I'm relieved to say. Well, I tried out the bathtub and... Say no more, I interrupt. Same here. We giggled like schoolgirls. We're both famished from last night, so we begin almost inhaling our breakfast trays. Tell me, how are the frequency emitters treating you? Are they bothersome, or... I ask. Surprisingly, no. We'll have to get the schematics. Let's just say that it enhanced our stay. I see. How wonderful. I'll see that our engineering team gets those to you before you leave, I respond, with eyebrows doing the that's right dance. The attendees were already in the meeting hall, now almost completely filled with seated delegates from the Lyran visitor party. Additionally, there were visitors who'd arrived late in the night, those I understand to be ancestors from both diplomatic parties, ours and the Lyrans. The atmosphere of heaviness filled the room like velvet cloud clusters that had to be physically removed by hand in order to make one's way through. Oh dear, this is going to be rough, I think to myself. Just then, mine and Donchal's eyes locked. I could tell she was feeling the same sense of dread, though neither of us were sure why. Had something happened during the night that was impeding progress for today's relations? What news, if any, did the late arrivals bring that may be thwarting intergalactic travel? And was it thwarted, or am I racing ahead again? Then a sudden, unexpected laugh that sounded more like a loud cackle broke out from across the room. Oh no, not this, I said out of fear that I'd break into unmanaged horse-season laughter without end. So far I'd managed to maintain my composure, but this... Oh, this is the stuff social nightmares are made of. But I lost it. I belly laughed and laughed until all in the room became drunk with the spirit. Dignitaries were actually seen rolling on the floor, literally. Some say it was upwards of 2 hours before the laughter finally sputtered out. Don't ask me, for Donchal and I both had to be carried to our rooms. We couldn't even walk. The meeting had to be postponed until the evening. Still, many could be seen snickering behind a hand-over-mouth face. Oh, the talks went better than expected, with new ideas springing to the fore for rapid consideration on both sides. Both parties' travel and expectations manuals were exchanged, and all present shared a delightful afternoon meal. Most memorable was the heartfelt cohesion that took place through simple laughter, which reminded everyone present just how truly alike we really are. Well, we've reached the end of our 5-module series of A Day in the Life of God's Kingdom. I hope you enjoyed this brief excursion. Is it really too far-fetched to imagine this as a day in the life of God's kingdom? Hey, keep your chin up, your faith strong, your imagination fertile, and your determination fixed, and be richly blessed.